Establishing healthy boundaries is an essential aspect of maintaining healthy relationships and living a fulfilling life. Boundaries are the invisible lines that define what we're willing to accept and what we're not willing to accept in our personal and our professional lives. They help us protect ourselves from toxic behavior, establish a sense of self-worth and self-respect, and communicate our needs effectively. My name is Lori Lander, life coach for women, and today I'll be discussing why establishing healthy boundaries is crucial, and I'll also talk about some effective ways to set them. But before I dive in, I have a question for you. Are you a woman wanting to gain the clarity necessary to make a change in your life, but you're unsure what your first step should be? If so, make sure and click on the link below this video to watch my free video training where you'll learn the first essential step to making a positive change so that you can prioritize what is most important to you, gain peace of mind, and the motivation necessary to create an exciting new chapter filled with confidence and purpose and passion and also connection. So make sure, click on the link below to attend this mini training. I'm excited for you to learn this simple step-by-step process about how to make a positive change beginning today. Now, I want to talk with you about why it's so incredibly important to establish healthy boundaries in your life. So let's just jump right in. First, healthy boundaries help us by protecting our physical, emotional, and mental health. And by setting boundaries, we can avoid being exposed to situations that can harm us or cause us stress. So for example, if you have a friend who constantly criticizes you or puts you down, you can set a boundary by letting them know how that behavior is unacceptable. And this will help you maintain your self-respect and avoid feeling unworthy in this person's company. If your friend continues to cross this boundary, then you may want to take a deeper look at the relationship to see how important it is to you and to think about how often you'd like to be around this person in the future. Second, establishing boundaries can help us communicate our needs and expectations effectively. By setting clear and concise boundaries, we can avoid misunderstandings and also conflicts that can arise when our needs are not being met. This not only benefits our relationships with others, but also allows us to understand our own needs better and prioritize our mental and emotional well-being. When we establish boundaries, we're taking responsibility for our own happiness, and we're creating a sense of safety and security in our interactions with others. So for example, if you're working on a project with a colleague who constantly interrupts you, you can establish a boundary by letting them know that you need uninterrupted time to focus. This can help you better communicate your expectations without coming across as aggressive or confrontational. And third, boundaries can help us establish a strong sense of self-worth and self-respect. And when we set boundaries, we are telling others and ourselves that we value ourselves and our well-being. We are showing that we are no longer willing to accept behavior that is not aligned with our values or that causes harm to our well-being. And by setting and maintaining our boundaries, we avoid situations where we may compromise our values or our beliefs for the sake of pleasing others. And we demonstrate to others that we are worthy of respect, which can foster healthier and more meaningful relationships. So how can we establish healthy boundaries? Here are 4 tips for you. First, identify your values. It's essential to understand what you value most in your life and also what you stand for. And this will help you to better establish boundaries that align with your core values and your beliefs. Second, you want to communicate clearly. It's so important to communicate your boundaries clearly and assertively. And you want to avoid using passive or aggressive language and just be specific about what you find acceptable and what you don't. Third, be consistent. It's essential to be consistent in enforcing your boundaries. If you let others cross your boundaries, they will not take your boundaries seriously. And you may find yourself in the same situation over and over again. So it's really important to remember that you may have to reestablish your boundaries with someone more than once or twice. And fourth, respect others' boundaries. Just as you expect others to respect yours, it's equally important to respect theirs. And this will help you build healthy and respectful relationships moving forward. Establishing healthy boundaries is critical for our well-being and for maintaining healthy relationships. And by setting clear and consistent boundaries, we can create healthy and respectful environments for ourselves and also others. So this week, I challenge you to set a firm boundary and practice reinforcing it. I hope you found value in today's episode. Have a great week ahead.